You know it is bad when even actors and actresses are opting for the Instagram face to get jobs.
I don't care about Instagram. Instagram sucks. Right, but just so you know, if you have over this many followers, you can get the movie funded. Well, I want to make the movie.
This was the feedback that I heard, was because I didn't have enough Instagram followers.
And it is not even their fault. They need to do this so that they can be given a role in a movie, or if they want their movie to get funded. I came across this commentary by this creator, and she was talking about how the reason why many influencers are becoming actors or are getting roles in movies and shows is because they have a following. Hollywood is rewarding people with a large following and ditching actors and actresses who have actually devoted their lives and time to study acting. And there was also another commentary I watched. If I remember it, I will put it on the screen, on why nowadays most actors and actresses have what we call the Instagram face that usually doesn't sit right, especially when the film is kind of medieval or whatever. I actually had this idea in my head of how nowadays we keep on chasing trend after trend, I included, and then I saw this video and I was like, it makes so much sense why people feel the need to follow trends, because it makes them relevant. These trends are not limited to just clothing and accessories. They can extend to procedures, what we use, aka social media. I mean, what app was trending before? Xiaohongshu, TikTok, a decade ago was Instagram. How we talk, Skibidi, rizz, gyatt, or whatever.
Oh my god, it's not giving. Period, sis. It was supposed to give, but it didn't give.
Oh my god, yes.
He really thought he ate that?
No.
Here's my 13th reason. Go off, sis. You ate and left no crumbs.
Yes.
Please. It's the fill in the blank for me.
Oh
Girl,
my god.
like, it's giving very much.
Yes, very.
The music and audio is being used.
What's going on? What's happening?
And actually just take a moment to think. Influencers. Someone may have a unique style that may not make sense to the population, but when it later becomes trending, the people who were unique to this style become relevant. Do I make sense? Am I even making sense? I will give an example, the shoujo anime protagonist style or whatever. Nobody was dressing like that like 5 years ago, and I bet if you dressed like that at that time, people would think you are weird. Or the kawaii coquette style or anime. I have read comments of people who loved this style, or wait, this one will actually make more sense. People who have loved anime since they were a cell in their mother's womb. People used to think that they were weird, but now you are cool if you watch anime because it is trendy. And even when you think about it, when you want to be viral or get engagement, you are urged to hop from trend after trend to become relevant, thereby accelerating these trend cycles. Like most fashion influencers are like wearing the same clothing. The red bloomers, remember the Miu Miu cropped shirt and pleated skirt? That dress that Kendall wore, and all of this is to remain relevant and trendy. What happened to uniqueness, people? So yeah, we have now become a society of chasing trends, be it body trends, clothing, how we talk. But how can we stop this? Because I feel like this is doing more harm than good. People are losing themselves, literally. Trying to chase these trends, they are digging themselves in heaps of debts because of overconsumption. And these micro trends are ruining our environment. I have been seeing videos on how we have lost personal style due to these trend cycles. I believe Mina Lei popularized this conversation, and I have to say it is not just style, but also hair, how we act, our bodies, our faces. We no longer know how to appreciate our own beauty, and instead are all trying to look like someone else, be it how we dress, how we do our makeup. Like one person becomes skinny and is praised for it. Everyone all of a sudden wants that body type. One person decides to get a BBL. Everybody is doing a BBL. One person changes her style maybe to suit her. Everyone wants to change into the old money aesthetic, and now other fashion styles aren't classy or elegant because they aren't old money. Again, what happened to uniqueness? Adriana Lima is gorgeous, But I always say if everyone on this earth would have turned to Adriana Lima, then it would be boring. This is because it would no longer be unique. Scarcity makes something unique very valuable. When Kylie Jenner had her transformation at that time, even though those features were still popular in a certain demographic of people, they were still unique on her. We, as a society, were still not up to date with certain procedures that transform people like they did her, and then everyone started copying her look, and there was just an oversupply that it became boring, like it doesn't have the wow factor anymore. Kind of like Sofia Richie. We were used to seeing her dress a certain way, and that way of dressing was popular at the time. When she got married, she did a 180, which became unique, not saying that people weren't dressing that way. So it was interesting to people. Now everyone wants to be old money, and I usually see people trashing others who chose to dress in another way, like let's say a more sexy style, that they are not classy or elegant. But Miss Girl, 5 years ago, you were wearing the same thing and will likely change if the trend gets old and a new trend comes in. And to be honest, it is not our fault. Like, look at these actors and actresses who are losing jobs because they don't have a following. They are forced to do stuff that makes them get followers, even if it includes undergoing certain procedures to stay relevant. Or promote certain trends that makes them stay relevant within the society. You think bigger models in the 90s were given jobs when at that time the trend was to stay as thin as you can? Or the early 2000s? So how can we stop chasing trends and embrace our uniqueness? Like, we have seen how virality kind of pushes everyone to fit in a box. So what we need to do is stop rewarding virality and reward what's meaningful. Ask yourself, is this meaningful to you, or are you just doing it because you have seen everyone with it? And also, go outside. Our world doesn't just revolve around the internet. When we go outside, I included, we'll see that what we think is important on social media is really not how it is in the real world. Social media has a way of making our world seem small, but it isn't really like that. Most of what people seem to care on social media doesn't translate in the real world. People are just living. What do I mean by this? If it is body trends, when you go out, you'll see that not everyone has the same body type and that it is pretty diverse. And you will think that most of these are beautiful, right? Or clothing. So let us stop chasing trends and start living.